Fam, if you met me 5 years ago, you would not recognize me. I promise you. I couldn't make eye contact with people. I constantly doubted myself. I hated the way that I looked in the mirror. I couldn't ask the girls out that I found attractive. I didn't go for anything I wanted. I kept starting things and just quitting and not sticking with it. Like the whole shebang. And things didn't change for me until I made 3 decisions. 3 decisions did it for me. The first thing was I started taking my physical appearance seriously, like it mattered. That was what got me to a point where it's like, you gotta get in the gym. I don't care how you look right now. I don't care how long it's gonna take. You're gonna start that, you're gonna stick with it. And I got to a point where it was non-negotiable, fam. I started packing my gym bags because for so long, I would go a few days, I was inconsistent, and I got to a point, you know what? I'm not giving myself an option for this. I started packing my gym clothes, and once I left my 9 to 5, I didn't go home when I got up. I went straight to the gym. And as I started doing that consistently, for one, it showed me, bro, you really can do something a couple of months and stick with it. And I started seeing results. After a month, I saw some things. After about 2 months, going into that 3rd month, that's when I really started seeing change. I really saw big change, and I was like, oh, this is what it was. And as I started doing that, I didn't even know that that was gonna bleed into confidence and build my confidence, because I never saw myself having the physical physique and the build that I had. I had never been to that point, because if you don't know, I dropped from 250 down to 175. And no, I don't want y'all to get confused. That didn't happen in 3 months or whatever. It was a little bit longer than that, but I saw myself consistently and drastically drop weight. I saw my muscle tone develop, all of these different things. And I didn't know it was gonna bleed into the way I looked at myself, how I felt about myself, and blowing the hole, which is gonna go into my second point. I didn't know it was gonna help me with my social life, because what I started to notice, especially with my side hustle, which is a very social, people type of skills job or whatever, I started seeing people treat me different. I'm talking about fam. I would go and talk to people, talk to girls, other things, and it got to a point where people were giving me compliments on my smile. They were giving me a compliment on my shirt or my outfit. And it's like, bruh, I'm in a regular t-shirt. I'm in a fitted t-shirt. It wasn't anything special. I didn't have any designer on. And my smile was always my smile. That didn't change. But I learned, it dawned on me, oh, people treat you differently when you see yourself differently. And when you present yourself and have a physical appearance, like you actually care about yourself. That's what they respond to. I didn't know none of that shit. I learned that as I started developing my social skills, which brings me into the second decision that I decided to do after I started building consistency with being in the gym. I stopped waiting for confidence to start talking to people. Fam, I was somebody, like I told you in the beginning of the video, I was scared to talk to people. I was wondering what strangers would think about me, if they would accept me, if they would think I'm weird, if all of these different things. Constantly worried about the girls that I found attractive. Do I look good enough? Are they gonna like me? Am I gonna say the right thing? All of these different things. And those thoughts and those doubts and those fears playing in my mind always would make me not take the action. I'd be wanting to, thinking about doing it, getting ready to pull the trigger, and then I don't do it. And then the worst part, fam, I know some of y'all are gonna relate to this, having to go the next few hours, the rest of the day. For me, I don't know if y'all can relate. There's been some times where there have been girls so attractive that I wanted to talk to, and the regret of me talking and not talking to them was so strong, that shit lingered for a week, a couple of weeks, especially like in the gym. Like, I don't know if y'all know, there's times where if you're a regular in the gym, I learned everybody doesn't go all the time. If you're somebody that goes all the time, so if you see somebody you want to talk to, it could be weeks before you see that person again. Everybody doesn't have the same schedule. So my whole point is not to get distracted that, look, I avoided so many things because my mindset was not where it needed to be. Like, I just didn't do it because I didn't feel confident. And the minute I got to a point where I decided, you know what, I'm doing it. If I fuck up, if this goes bad, if I embarrass myself, if I stutter, if the girl thinks I'm awkward, oh well, we just gonna learn as we go. And as I started doing that, I started giving people greetings. Was where I started. I started small so that I can build some type of proof that, you know what, bro, you can talk to a beautiful person, a beautiful girl, and whether it goes well or not, you're not gonna die. That's where I started, baseline. Once I did that enough time, my confidence started to go up where I was like, okay, at the bare minimum, I can at least socialize and engage. And then from there, I was able to start actually giving specific compliments, telling a beautiful girl that I found her attractive, that you're absolutely beautiful. I love your smile. You have an amazing smile. I love your eyes. I love the way you styled your hair. That outfit, that dress looks amazing on you. I started practicing getting reps in because there's no shortage of women. I started actually putting those things in practice. Bro, every day you're going to find at least one girl to say something to. I don't care if you're attracted to her or not. Get the reps in. And when I started doing that over time, just like in the gym, I saw that transformation. I started seeing a transformation in my confidence where I can go in the grocery store. I can go into a nightclub. I can go in the gym. I can go on the beach. I can go to a park. You name it. And see somebody I find attractive, or not even just the girls, with your social skills in general, spark up a conversation. What's going on? A group of fellas, yo, what's going on, fellas? How's everything going with y'all today? What's good? To be able to socialize, make a joke, like case in point, it's hot as hell. Yesterday, I went out to the store and I was walking out the store and I saw some fellas coming in and they had like a reaction like, damn, the heat. I think we were all thinking the same thing. It's 90-something degrees. It's hot as hell. And I was like, bruh, this heat is no joke. And all of them started laughing. It was like, man, this shit ain't no joke, bro. Like, this shit is crazy. And I was like, I'm telling you, man, this shit is disrespectful. But, and we all laughed. So I just brought that up to let you know it's not just with beautiful women. It's anybody. I started practicing opening people, saying something just to spark up small talk. And what I've learned is from that, so many good associates, so many good people that I became cool with, a couple of friends I've gotten from doing this, girls that I've started talking to, I've been able to date, all of this from working on this social skill, because I got to the point where I said, fuck it. I'm not waiting to become confident anymore. I'm just gonna start. And over time, whether I fuck up or not, I'm gonna learn. When I learn, I try again, I'm gonna get better. And as I get better, I'm gonna get more proof, more evidence that I can do this. And once I do that, my confidence in who I see myself in and how I show up in my dating life and my social life changes. So that's what I did. And I got notes because I didn't want to make sure I get anything. And I wanted to share another lie that I learned wasn't true from doing this. So many guys don't approach the girls you want because you think girls don't want to be talked to. I used to think that too, fam. And I learned giving a compliment, especially if you approach and you are presented in a genuine way, in a non-needy way, that's a gift to a girl. I've never had a girl I gave a compliment to, I stopped them with pure intentions, normal, just a regular way, gave them a specific compliment, and it not go anywhere. Even if they're not interested, they're gonna be receptive. They're gonna tell you thank you, they're gonna smile. I've had girls tell me that I made their day by saying that. There are some girls where doing that sparked a conversation that led to me getting a phone number or setting plans for us to hang out. So I'm just telling you, those are things that I used to think was a lie that I learned wasn't true. So that's what I did to build my confidence. And the third thing was I got to the point where I said, you know what? I'm gonna learn how to stick with something even if I don't have anything to show for it. I started that when I started my first YouTube channel almost 2.5 years ago from ground zero. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna show that I can consistently show up and do this thing even if I don't have any results, any growth to show for it, and show that I can stick with something for a year. And within 2 years, I know it was slow, because there was a lot that I had to learn, but in 2 years, I built a 600 subscriber platform. That's not a lot, but that's more than a lot of people. And what I learned from that was how to stick with something, how to go through the process of trial and error, how to be consistent with something, just like you watering a plant. You gradually water a plant and it's going to gradually grow in process. I learned that, and to be honest, it went a big way into the fact that I've already, with this platform, done in a month's time what it took me a year to do in my other platform. So might have been longer than a year. So I'm just telling you what you learn, what I learned from sticking with something, and the confidence that came from, you know what, being able to go through those days where it doesn't seem like anything is working, and showing that I can build something from the ground up, literally from ground zero to actually being something. That's gonna give you confidence that you can actually do something. So I really learned these things, fam, and these 3 decisions is what took me from somebody who had no motion, nothing going on, couldn't socialize with people, couldn't pursue the girls I wanted, couldn't make eye contact, couldn't speak confidently, didn't have the physical appearance that I was proud of, didn't have a physique that I liked when I looked in the mirror, none of it. These are the 3 things that I did that took me from that to what you see today. So I say all of this because I need you to understand that's what it takes to build anything in your life. Being able to have the courage to start, the consistency to keep going even when you don't see any evidence, and to make a commitment and a decision on something you're gonna do. So that's what it is. And look, I want you to know before I get out of here, if you saw yourself anywhere in this video, fam, I want you to know that you don't have to figure this thing out on your own. Everything that I've built, everything that I do on this platform is to help people just like you and who I was to build real confidence, real self-esteem, so that you can have the transformation to create the life that you always wanted to have and to be the person that you wanted to be. Look, so if that's the season that you're in right now, there's a link in the description where you can click that link and book a free clarity call where we can see where you are in your life right now, what's been holding you back, what you're struggling with, so that we can see if my coaching community is a good fit for you and the right next move to help you move to that person that you ultimately want to be, to have the life that you want to have. And if that's something that's a good fit, that's awesome. And I look forward to seeing you on the inside and working with you. And if not, at the bare minimum, I still want you to have the clarity that you need in order to take that next step in your individual lives to be where you want to be ultimately. So that's what it is. I love y'all. I appreciate all the love and the support. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, because I show up for each and every last one of you all every single day to drop value, helping you become the person that has the confidence and the self-esteem that you need to be the person that you always wanted to be, so that you can create the life how you want to have it. Point blank, period. That's all I'm here for. So I love y'all. I appreciate the support. Drop a like, share this to a friend, a relative, somebody you know that's struggling in this area of their life as well. And I want to remind you before I get out of here, like I always tell you, where you go and what you do in your life, that's 100% all on you, fam. And I promise, if you do your part and you do the work, I promise you got it. So I love y'all, and until next time, peace and love.